Welcome to Process to Profitability, a podcast all about the tools and strategies you need to serve your clients and grow your small business, hosted by me, Samantha Mabe of Lemon and the Sea. Join me as I chat with creative entrepreneurs and small business owners about how they built and grew their businesses and how you can do the same in a way that fits you. Let's get started. You're listening to episode 58 of Process to Profitability. Today, I'm going to walk you through how I craft websites that authentically convert for my clients. Over the years, I've created a signature process that combines brand development, design, and strategy to craft websites that enable my clients to confidently show off their expertise, charge their worth, and connect with the clients they've been dreaming on working with. Your website investment should deliver lasting results, and I'm here to guide you through a process that gets to the heart of your brand so your website can grow with you. Building an online business that gives you the freedom to do what you love while still earning what you're worth isn't easy, but it is possible. At Lemon and the Sea, I specialize in strategically crafting websites for the creative small business owner who is passionate about serving her clients and wants to be a part of the design process. I help her stand out as an expert, find more dream clients, increase visibility, and be in control of her website so that she can grow her business and spend more time doing what she loves. I take on a very limited number of new clients every year to ensure that each project gets the time and attention it deserves. I focus on client service and completely custom design, so my clients work directly with me as we craft a website that gives them a spotlight on their expertise and is set up to convert and engage with their dream clients. I love working with creative women who have a heart to serve, grow their business through bringing all the pieces together into a cohesive website that fits their style and showcases their expertise. My process, which I've outlined in this episode, focuses on creating uniquely you designs that are designed to be user-friendly and is strategically crafted to support your big goals. The goal of this entire process is to work side by side to craft a website strategy and design that helps your business grow and gives you more time to spend doing what you love. And since my clients don't have time to look at every revision, I set up the process so that they know exactly when they need to be involved and when they can focus on their business and let me get down to work. I am going to walk you through each step of this process from beginning through all of the phases of design and answer a couple of frequently asked questions. The first part of my process is the application. I require anyone interested in working with me to complete a short application before I schedule a call to discuss their project. This application helps me to know if the project would be a good fit and that my clients are serious about putting in the work to take their business to the next level. Strategic website design is not only a financial investment, but it's also a commitment of time, and it's not for everyone at every stage of business. Having an application helps potential clients understand a little bit more about how I work and the commitment that's involved, and it gives us a head start when we jump on a call to discuss how we can work together because I already know about their business. I debated having an application for a long time in my business, but I found that it helps my potential clients to really know whether or not I would be a good fit in terms of the time that something is going to take and the financial investment that they need to make. It's not that I don't want to help everybody who needs a website, because I want all of us to be able to show off our expertise. But I know that I can make the best effort in my business when people are committed to doing the work. The next step that I do in every project is the brand strategy. Because my process is focused on both strategy and design, it's important that we start off on the right foot by delving deep into the heart of your business. Knowing the heart behind your brand, why you do what you do, can inspire other people to rally around you and take action on what you're offering. But I can't design a website that reflects that if I don't know what it is. The process is an exciting opportunity to hone your brand's mission, core values, and messaging as we move forward. And then, with the heart of your brand defined, we'll focus on bringing your website to life with a strong strategic design. That's why the first part of this process that begins even before we are officially starting the project is workbooks that you will go through and that help me to see what the heart of your brand is. It also really invigorates us for the project because when I know what it is that you're really working towards, what is driving your business, it's something that I can get behind and that keeps us just excited about the whole process. I'm going to talk about these workbooks a little bit later in the episode, but I wanted to go into the actual process of the website design next so that I can walk you through each of those steps. Again, the goal of this entire process is to work side by side to craft a website strategy and design that helps your business grow and gives you more time to spend doing what you love. I believe that we are all called to do this business if we are in it, and we have a responsibility to do it the best that we can. And sometimes that means handing it off to somebody else who is an expert at what they do so that we can spend more time serving our clients in what we can do best. So the first phase of this process is the website strategy. And this is all about gathering information and making sure that your new website will be absolutely unique, completely user-friendly, and strategically designed to showcase your expertise and attract your dream clients. This is the phase that requires the most time from my clients. The workbooks that I give and the content that it needs to be created take most people longer than anticipated, so I have them plan to focus during this phase on getting all of that done. So during the website strategy phase, my clients complete the next 3 workbooks as we prepare to design their websites. I create a website vision guide that helps outline their website goals, dream clients, and the functionality and style of the website that we'll be creating. They then review that website vision guide and request any changes. And from there, I create a content to-do list that includes every page of the website and what needs to be gathered or created as far as content and images. Then my clients review that content to-do list to make sure that everything makes sense and that we're not leaving out something that we discussed. And I create a goal review PDF that goes over the information gathered from Google Analytics and user experience testing so that they have a before picture of the website and we know what to focus on moving forward. At this point, we always have a video call to go over the heart of their brand, the website needs, and to prepare for the upcoming design. This just makes sure that we're on the same page and it prevents us from having to email back and forth a whole lot. I really like these calls because it gets me face to face with my clients. We can really hash out ideas because we're not waiting for email replies. Instead, we usually set aside an hour and we jump on a video call and just talk through the phase that we have just gone through and any questions so that we are ready to move forward together. The second phase of this process is the website design. So this is where my clients get to see what their website is going to look like. They'll be spending most of their time creating content, but they also get sneak peeks of the design as it comes together. The overall design is based on their inspiration and questionnaire answers, and each page is optimized to help you reach the big goals, which is why the strategy part is so important. So generally what this looks like is that I will design a coming soon page that creates excitement for the upcoming website if they have something already. Then my clients review it and provide any extra information so that we can make it live. That includes redirecting the domain, making sure the email is all working. And by doing this up front, it means that we can save time on the back end. Then my clients answer a keyword questionnaire and their client portal so that I can make sure their website will be optimized for SEO and help them to show up and get noticed down the road. Meanwhile, I'll be working behind the scenes to design mock-ups of the most important pages of the website, usually the home, about, gallery, shop, and blog pages, based on the website vision guide and their inspiration. Then my clients look at those mock-ups and request any edits and submit their finalized content, including images and copy. So we work through the mock-up stage for quite a while because this is when all of the design is done. And again, we have another video call to go over the design, any edits that they have, and finalize the launch date. I love this call because it gives us the ability to make changes in real time. I can jump on a video, share my screen, and show them exactly what the changes they're requesting would look like, and we can make decisions a lot faster. Phase 3 is website development and testing. During this phase, my clients can sit back and enjoy a weekly check-in email while focusing on their business. Towards the end of the phase, I send them a link to the designed and developed website so that they can check it out before requesting any final changes. So during the development and testing phase, I create the design that we have already agreed on in the platform we chose and develop every part of it so that it supports your goals and attracts your dream clients. And then I insert all of the content, including images, copies, forms, products, downloadables, whatever it is that you have to share. I then conduct internal and user experience testing to make sure that everything is working and functions well for your dream clients. My client's job is to review the developed website and play around with it to make sure that everything functions the way that they envisioned. And then they can review the test results and request any edits to the website. They may not have any, but I like to give them this information just so that we can make sure that we are creating the most strategic website that focuses on those clients that they are trying to bring in. I then make any final changes and implement the basic SEO on the website. So I use that keyword questionnaire to add descriptions, to add keywords, add tags to blog posts, just so that we make sure that we are getting your SEO started off on the right foot. I am by no means an SEO expert, but I do have some techniques that can just help you get started right so that as you continue to add more content, your website can continue to be SEO friendly. And then my clients give the final approval on the design. And once this is given, no more changes will be made to the design except to fix minor issues found in my internal testing, like making sure the links work. I make sure that I test everything 3 or 4 times on different devices, different platforms, so that everything is working when we launch. We will also have a video call at this point, again, to go over any final edits and make sure that everything is planned for the upcoming launch. And during this phase is when we get to make sure that all of graphics are in place, that we've done some promotions, and that we are ready for phase 4, which is the launch. This is when you get to pop the champagne or the LaCroix if you're me and celebrate. After weeks of hard work, introspection, and heartfelt homework, you're ready to share your new website with the world. And as we near our time together, I get together with my clients to strategize our launch day and devise the best way to build anticipation and excitement so that the big reveal is a success. Before that happens, I send a website launch guide so that my clients know exactly what to expect as their website goes live, and some launch graphics based on the new design so that we can both shout it from the rooftops. Then I do a soft launch and triple check that everything is working, and I'll let my clients know when everything is approved and it's time to celebrate. Then my clients promote their new website and celebrate. I suggest doing a Facebook Live and an Instagram story to build excitement, and I like to do the same. Once the launch day arrives, their job is to sit back and toast all of the fruits of the labor. It's about building a business from here on out, and the website is already ready to support you in that. Phase 5 is the ongoing strategy. I believe the design isn't done once your website launches. In order to have a website that helps you reach those big goals, I'll be checking analytics and suggesting changes that we can make to improve the website. In this phase, I create an SEO starter guide to help you continue to improve your search engine results. I track and review the analytics on the website and send a report on what's working and what can be improved to better meet my clients' goals. Then my clients will request edits and updates based on those reviews and anything else that they've noticed, and I will make those changes and send them for final approval. Then I send off tutorial videos that walk my clients through making updates to their website. I have a whole library of tutorial videos for both Squarespace and Showit, but I also record custom videos for my websites because there are a lot of things that are different from website to website, including some custom code or buttons and things that my clients need to know on the back end. And then my clients review the tutorials and they can choose an ongoing support package that fits their budget and their needs. So I have different ongoing support levels depending on what they need and when they want help, or they can choose to hand everything off to their team and take care of it in-house. At this point, I also have a call that goes over the results of the analytics and anything that they have questions on, just so that we can wrap the project up well and they're ready to take it and run with it. Part of what it takes to run a successful online business is having the right tools for the job. I'm sharing a list of all of the tools I use in my business in my toolbox. And you can find that at lemonandthesea.com/my-toolbox to download it now. These include tools that I use for podcasting, designing, running my business, and other things, so you can get a real inside look at everything that I use every day in order to serve my clients well and grow my business. Again, you can find that at lemonandthesea.com/my-toolbox. In this process, I've mentioned a lot of calls, and I wanted to talk a little bit about why they're so important. So as I dive into working with my clients, we put our heads together to clearly define the best brand strategy for their business through our 60-minute design and strategy calls. I require these calls because I found that they're the most efficient way to give feedback and work through strategy instead of emailing back and forth. Each call is structured to review the current phase of the project and make sure that we're on the same page as we move forward. It's also a great time to get any team members involved in asking questions or giving insight. These sessions are designed to encourage you to delve deep into the purpose and passion behind your business, as well as focusing on identifying your dream client, brand voice, and more. We use the branding workbooks or the design or the strategy that we have currently talked about as our starting point, so that we can dive right into what we're already doing and we don't have to go through and review everything that we've already done. That way, my clients walk away feeling equipped and confident in their ability to grasp the heart behind their brand, to do business in a way that enables them to focus on what matters, and to handle their website moving forward. I didn't always require these calls, but I have really found that when I have to email back and forth with people, it's a lot harder to get our ideas across and to really make sure that we're on the same page. If we can hop on a call even for 15 minutes to figure out an issue, it goes a lot faster because you can see it happening in real time. The next thing I wanted to talk about, because I said that I would, are the workbooks that I give. So before any project begins, I have my clients complete the first of 4 workbooks. I base our entire project on the direct communication from them and the workbook responses, so it's important to have this completed so that we can move forward on schedule. We use these resources as a springboard for our design and strategy calls. The questions in these workbooks aren't easy. They make my clients think, push them outside of their comfort zone, and require some dedicated time. But in the end, your work here helps to give me an idea so that I can give you a website that supports your business and can grow with you. As my clients go through these workbooks, I encourage them to find some time when they can really delve into the prompts and give heartfelt, introspective answers. You can sit down in an inspiring space, print it out and write it in pen and paper or type it out on the computer. But whatever it is, it needs to have some time to just go through these answers. And I've done these workbooks myself, so I know what's required and I know that it's not always easy. I also have them create a Pinterest board of inspiration so that we can just see what their brand looks like, design elements that they like, and websites that inspire them and capture the aesthetic of the brand they're trying to create. This gives me a visual representation of all of the answers that they have, and we can use all of this together to create something unique for them. So like I said, there are 4 workbooks. The first is Your Foundation. So I believe that strong brands operate from a place of why and have a clear grasp of the values, goals, and mission at the core of their work. Operating from a place of purpose in your business changes everything. And so this workbook helps us get started off on the right foot. This is the workbook that they get before our first call when we are getting started on the project. And so I have them submit it to me before anything else. The second workbook is the Dream Client Workbook. Having a clear understanding of your dream client enables every touch point of your business to be succinct and effective, especially in the website that we're crafting. When I know who your dream client is, I can make sure that we are tailoring the website design to them. The third workbook is Your Brand Voice and Message. One of the best ways to create consistency and brand recognition throughout your website and other material is to have a clearly defined brand voice and message. While I'm not doing the copywriting for my clients, this is a great way for them to get things down on paper so that as they write the content for their website and their social media and everything else, they have a reference point to come back to. And the final workbook, and the one that you would think would be the most important, is your website. The reason that this one is last is because I want to make sure that my clients are clear on their why, their vision, their mission, their dream client before we dive into the thing that we're actually here to create, a website that supports their business in all of these things. Because if the rest of these pieces aren't in order and working, quote, well, the website can't support their business and really help them meet those big goals because there's something missing. That's why the strategy part of this is so important and why I include brand strategy in addition to the analytics and SEO pieces. For those who are deciding to work with me, I offer 3 different options for website design and strategy so that I can help people in all stages of business. The first is informational website design. So this is when you're ready for a website that fits your brand and your needs, but you just need it to have the information. We will start with website planning to help me learn more about my client's needs and design aesthetic, which we talked about earlier. Then I do the mock-up design, give you a content to-do list, design and review the website, do testing and training and tutorials, everything that we've already talked about. And this is a full redesign for most people, or it can be a first design for their business. But I really recommend that you already have an idea of the services you want to offer, who your dream client are, so that as we go through these workbooks and as we work together, your website can truly support your business instead of being something where you're just throwing it all out there to see what works. The second option is for e-commerce design. This is basically the same as informational design, but it includes product creation. So I create up to 15 products in Squarespace, including adding images, descriptions, and pricing options, and set them up for purchase. Everything else works basically the same way, but it's that e-commerce piece that makes this a different package. And I like Squarespace for this because it's easy to manage and it fits your brand, and then you get that same website benefit of having easy updates and a website that looks professional. The third option is website customization. So if you just need a few tweaks or one page designed, this is the package for you. I always start with website audit and planning. So I review the current website and make recommendations based on my professional expertise, and I have questions that help me learn more about your needs and the design aesthetic you're working for so that we can make sure that we're on the same page. From there, you can choose what you need. So I can help with custom CSS, designing a single page, implementing SEO, doing a more in-depth audit, analytics and goal tracking, user experience testing, being an ongoing support member of your team, setting up a newsletter, creating an online shop, anything that has to do with your website, we can discuss. And I can help you with all of those. And before we launch the website, I always give it back to you so that you can review and make changes based on what you're seeing and what's going to work for you. I do my testing, and then I send you training and tutorials that will help you manage the changes that I have made. The reason that I have 3 options is because there are people in different stages of business who come to me. When you are just getting started, many of my clients find that it's easiest if they start the website themselves. They write the content, they put in the images, and then they see where they might need some professional help, and they can come to me for customization. But when they're ready to take their business to the next level, they have grown and they know that they can make a bigger investment, then I can help them through either informational or e-commerce design, where we're basically starting from scratch. We take down their current website, put up a coming soon page, and work behind the scenes to design their full website. Of course, those projects take longer because we are doing the whole process, but no matter what my clients come to me needing, I want to make sure that we are really focusing on the goals that they have for their websites and speaking to their dream clients, so that then they can go out and focus on growing their business, spending more time with their families, whatever is important to them. As we wrap up this episode, I wanted to go through a couple of the frequently asked questions that I get. So the first one is, what information will you need from me to get started? At the beginning of every project, I provide my clients with a link to their client portal, which includes the questionnaires and workbooks. And this should be complete before our start date so that we can stay on track for the launch. That's all I need up front, except the contract and the invoice. The second question is, how much will my website cost? All of my websites are built on Squarespace or Showit, as I've talked about, and hosting packages range from $26 to $40 a month depending on your website needs. I always discuss this with clients when we have our initial meeting so we know which platform we're using and which plan. Although with Squarespace, I always recommend doing the business plan. It is a little bit more expensive, but it opens up a lot more options and customization. The third question is, what am I, the client, responsible for? This engagement is a commitment of time and money. I'm crafting a website and want you to be a part of that. So as a client, they are responsible for meeting some deadlines that make sure we can give the most value during our time together. And these deadlines might be things for getting us the information to get started, sending feedback and improving designs, answering questions. It just keeps the process moving. The hardest part for my clients is writing and delivering the content. And so I really recommend that if you are struggling based on the content to-do list that we've provided to get things done in a timely manner, that you reach out to a copywriter who can help you with that. I will look over everything and just make sure that there are no red squiggles under your words, but I'm really not the person to proofread your copy, especially when we are uploading blog posts, because there are a lot of them. So I always tell my clients that their content needs to be delivered, proofread, and ready to publish so that we can launch their website on time. Question number 4 is, how often will I hear from Lemon and the Sea? So I pride myself with being very hands-on with my clients. I manage your project in the client portal, and during the project, you hear from me weekly, whether I'm sending over designs, filling you in on the next dates, or just answering questions. I'm also available for strategy and review calls at set times throughout the process so that my clients never have to feel like they don't know how to get in touch with me or that they can't get their thoughts across through email. I really make sure that every Friday, if I have not talked to a client during the week, I send them an email. That way they never have to worry about me going missing, and I expect to hear from them too. And the last question that I get is, what if I can't get everything done in time? Here, if my clients are struggling to meet their deadlines for content or reviewing designs, I have them let me know as soon as possible. We can then decide whether we want to pause the project, which means that we take a break and they go off and do their work and we jump back in when we have time, or we can set up an intensive day or half day to get work done together. Now, again, I can't help them to write their content, but I can give advice, I can go over the design with them. I want to make this process as easy as possible for my clients so that they get the most out of their website. I hope that this process overview really helped you to understand how I take the time to craft strategic websites. Now, I know that not all of you are going to hire me for your website and that you might not be able to afford a website designer right now, but I have a couple of action steps that can help you. The first is, if you aren't sure if your website needs customization or a full redesign, listen to episode 36 of Process to Profitability. I'm talking about whether you need a full redesign or just a refresh, and that can be a good starting point if you feel like your website needs something, but you're not sure what it is. The second is, if you want a customized report based on your own brand, dream clients, and goals that helps you to make the right decisions for your website, sign up for my website design and strategy audit. I will link to that in the show notes, or you can find it at lemonandthesea.com/shop. This is a report that I go through. I look at your website based on some answers to questions, and I will give you my recommendations for things that you can update. And of course, if you're interested in working with me, you can fill out my website design application. I've linked to that in the show notes as well, and we talked about how important the application is to this process, but you can go and check it out even if you don't want to fill it out, to get an idea of the questions that I ask and what I have my clients really look at before we start working together. Again, I hope this episode was helpful. I know that you might not be able to take this and implement it on your website right away, but I like to give an overview of my process and the things that I go through to make sure that your website is as strategic as possible, because this is how I work with my clients. And if you are trying to make a strategic website on your own, you can take some of these phases and really set aside time to work through some of these in your own business. Make sure you stick around because in the upcoming week, I am going to be talking about getting to the heart of your brand, which I mentioned in this episode, and my top 3 strategies for designing a website that fits your brand. If you liked this episode, I would really appreciate it if you would leave a review on iTunes or share it on Instagram and tag me. I love seeing what you're listening to, and I want to create more content that's valuable for you. Thanks for listening to Process to Profitability. Please take a minute to leave an honest review in iTunes so that I can help more small business owners and creative entrepreneurs find the show.